Mom, how is it going? I've just got back from school. So tiring.
Hi, Amanda. You're home later than usual. Did you have dancing club today?
Oh, I almost forgot to tell you. Today I've learned a new dance style. Let me see. It's called breakdancing. Do you know about it?
That's great. When I get out of the hospital, you'll have to show me.
Okay.
Sure, Mom. How do you feel now? Are you tired, Mom? Is Grandma always beside you?
I'm still fine, sweetheart. I am being treated really well in here. Don't worry, okay?
I'm dying to see my little sister. I can't wait to hold her in my arms and feed her every day.
Very soon, you can meet your sister, darling.
But Mom, when will you be discharged of the hospital? I miss you so much equals.
I'm not sure, sweetie. I miss you, too. I guess until the baby is born.
When will she be born?
The doctors think it'll be this weekend. I can't leave the hospital right after it's born, though. We have to wait and make sure everything is okay, for both me and the baby. So, take good care of yourself when I'm away. Promise me?
Yes, Mom, I will. If only the hospital weren't so far from our house, it'd be better. Dad and Grandma are so busy, they can't take me to the hospital to visit you. They haven't been home much lately. I have to cook and eat by myself.
What do you mean by yourself? I know Daddy has to work late and doesn't enjoy the family meal very often. But why isn't Grandma there?
She goes out a lot. Today she is on another trip.
Your grandma is on another trip?
Yes, Mom.
Then, who made dinner, tonight?
Before going to work, Dad gave me some money and told me to buy something at the store.
I see. I'll message your dad and tell him to try to get home with you as early as he can tonight. It's getting late, so make sure you get to the store and come back home before it get darker, okay?
I got it, Mom.
Mom, I can't seem to get a hold of David. Could you tell him to check his phone as soon as he gets home, please?
Stop asking to do things for you. David has been really busy lately. I have no idea what time he's going to come home.
Well, it's just that my contractions have started. The doctors said the baby's gonna be born late tonight or early tomorrow morning. So please tell him to get to the hospital soon. Once the contractions start getting closer together and more painful, I won't be able to contact him anymore. So please let him know.
What? Can't you just ask Amanda to do it?
Amanda is still in the elementary school. She's gonna be going to bed soon.
Well, I want to get to bed early tonight. Vacation makes me exhausted. I don't know when David will get home. I can't stay up all night waiting for him. Neither do I contact him. And even if I tell him, what's that going to accomplish? It's not going to make your contractions go away or anything. Contact him yourself after the baby is born.
You know this is David's child that's about to be born, right?
But we already know it's going to be another girl, don't we? This is your second daughter. You must have definite experience about this. Am I right? Besides, neither David nor I have any time to be trying to comfort you right now. That's what the nurses are there for. You contacted David and he didn't reply, right? There's your answer right there.
Okay, fine. Whatever. I'll try again myself.
You should have done that from the start instead of bothering me. The whole world doesn't revolve around you. You can try contacting him again, it's up to you. But I don't think you're gonna get a reply.
What does that mean?
Nothing. Is there a reason David won't be coming home tonight?
I wanted him to be here for this. And not only that. There are also lots of paperwork here that needs to get done before the hospitals release me. So I wanted him to come and help his wife with those, too.
Then why don't you just ask your parents to come and help? Oh, shouldn't I say parents, right? 'Cause your father died last month, didn't he? I guess it should be singular now, huh? Your mom's all by herself now. I'm sorry.
Whatever. I'll do it myself.
Thanks. Since I've moved here with you, you've been causing us nothing but stress.
Hey, I've never asked you to come live with us.
See? That's exactly the kind of thing I'm talking about. This attitude of yours. I've been living in this house with you for 3 years, and you've never treated me with respect.
Is that so? Once the baby is born, I guess we'll have reevaluate our living arrangements, won't we? That's another thing I'll have to talk to David about when I am discharged from the hospital.
You're right about that. That is, if David will listen to what you would say. He's not even with you now. I feel so sorry for you, LOL.
That's only because he's busy with work?
It's probably best if that's what you think. Anyway, don't ask me to do anything for you. It's annoying.
Amanda, where are you? Are your dad and grandma staying with you now? If they are, can you tell them to contact me as soon as possible?
Who is calling?
Huh? Amanda, it's Mommy. This is Amada, right? What's going on?
You're not my mom anymore. I don't know who you are.
What did you say? I've just got home. The house is completely empty. You guys wouldn't have moved, would you?
Yeah, we moved. And we're living in a new house.
Why did you move without saying me a word?
We are done with each other, and from now on, I don't have any relationship with you anymore. So I think it wasn't necessary for us to announce you.
What do you mean? How could you say that to me?
Dad and Grandma said they left the divorce paper by the front door. They said you should sign them immediately. When you're done signing them, call Grandma.
Divorce paper? What is going on? Amanda, please. Let me talk to your dad.
No. He said he doesn't want to talk to you. Dad and I don't want anything to do with you anymore.
Amanda, please.
You've been annoying. Grandma said she'll call you tomorrow. Make sure you sign the divorce paper before she calls. Mom. Are you awake? I'm sorry. I said bad things to you.
Amanda. Is it really you? Are you okay? Are you safe?
I'm fine, Mom. Forgive me for this morning. I've said such bad words to you. It wasn't me to do so. Grandma made me write those words.
But why did she have to do that?
She did it so you and Dad would divorce. Then she took the phone from me. I said I want to call you, but she made me to text you like that, or else she will drop me out of the house. I'm sorry. Now, she is asleep, so I break into her room and take my phone back.
Amanda, I'm sorry. I must have been really bad for you this past week or so. I didn't want to leave you by yourself.
It's okay, Mom. But Dad and Grandma are acting so strange recently. They're talking like you're a bad person. That makes me scared.
Do you know where you are now? I'll come and get you.
I'm not sure, we've just moved here yesterday, so I don't know the address. But it's a really big and modern apartment building. It has 40 floors, Mom.
You mean a high-rise condo?
A high-rise condo? I don't know, but Dad said I won't be changing schools.
Really? Okay, I'll pick you up after school tomorrow.
I can see you again.
Of course. I'll see you tomorrow, just wait until then, okay?
Okay. Oh, and Dad said he's marrying a woman soon.
A new woman? What does that mean?
I don't know, but he said she's gonna have a new baby soon, too.
Are you sure he's not talking about your new little sister I just gave birth to?
I don't think he means my new sister. I didn't understand everything that Dad and Grandma were talking about, but they said the new baby that's coming is a boy.
OMG, Amanda, I'm so sorry that all of this is happening. I'm coming to get you tomorrow, I promise. Then you and I can live together, okay?
I just want to be with you. Dad and Grandma aren't very nice, and I don't like this new place.
I'm sorry all of this is happening to you, but thanks for contacting me even when everything that's going on badly.
Okay, Mom. I'll wait for you after school.
Daisy, did you sign that divorce papers yet? As soon as you do, message me. We have to discuss how you and David will be splitting the assets, as well as custody of Amanda and child support payments.
I think normally those things are discussed before signing the divorce papers.
Don't you think you're getting the order mixed up?
The truth is we don't want to drag out the process by arguing about all of that before the divorce is finalized.
I don't think you're in any position to refuse any of our conditions anyway, now are you? Besides, you want us to give you Amanda back, don't you? If you accept all of our conditions, David promises not to dispute custody of Amanda.
Does he really think he could get custody of Amanda?
Well, financially, he absolutely could.
So that's what this is all about, huh? Listen, I'll divorce David just like he wants. But I'm going to get everything. That includes the house, child support, and compensation money.
Compensation money? What are you talking about?
The money I'm going to be suing David for cheating on me. It seems his little mistress is pregnant, isn't she?
Cheating? Who did you hear something like that from?
Amanda told me all about it, and by the way, she is with me, so she won't be going back to that place David and you are at.
You kidnapped Amanda. You dirty little coward.
Who exactly are you talking about?
How dare you drag Amanda into this just so you can hide behind her and use her as your bargaining chip?
She's only in the 5th grade, but you know what, she's old enough to understand what's going on.
The fact that that girl would try to ruin my plans like this just proves that she's got your blood in her veins. I told her not to try to get in contact with you. I can't believe she defied me. Whatever, if you divorce David like he wants, we really can't complain. We were only holding on to Amanda as a trump card in case we needed her. You have no objection to the divorce, do you?
None at all. I have no feelings for David whatsoever anymore. He wouldn't even contact me while I was giving birth to his second daughter. And on top of that, he was cheating on me. Here's no way to save this marriage now. A husband who cheats on his wife and a mother-in-law who thinks that what he's doing is okay. The two of you together make me sick.
Saying that he's cheating is a little bit harsh. He's not cheating, he's just changing wife. And did you not hear, his new wife's child is going to be a boy? This new woman is so much better than you in any way. All you can give David is girls. Not to mention she's younger and taller than you. She's much prettier. Well, I'm glad David will have the wife you always wanted him to have.
But no matter how you want it, he's still cheating on me. So I'm suing him for compensation money.
All you talk about is money. You should be ashamed of yourself. If we pay you, will you be happy? Once he gets half of all your things, he'll be happy to pay whatever your little lawsuit amounts to.
Don't you think you're misunderstanding something? Do you know something about our assets that I don't?
Well, the husband and wife share everything, right? Usually everything gets split down the middle 50/50ths, right?
That's right. But ever since we got married, I've only been working part-time. I didn't make much money, so most of what I'll be getting will be from David. And I'm pretty sure we don't have as much savings as you think we do.
What are you talking about? After your father died, you would have gotten a big inheritance from him. You must have gotten hundreds of thousands of dollars, right? I know your father had money. Even if David only gets $10,000 from you, after he pays compensation money, he'll still have plenty of free money left over.
Is that what you guys were thinking?
What? What's so funny?
Don't you know how inheritance works? When one parent dies, it doesn't mean the kids get all the money. My dad can give his money to anyone he wants by his will. When my dad died, all of his stuff went to my mother. And I'm not getting a cent from him.
Huh? What are you talking about? You must be kidding, right? You just don't want us taking your money, so you're making up some crazy story.
What I said is true. I've never told David I was getting an inheritance. Why would he assume I was? Are you saying he went off and had an affair, and then went ahead with this divorce without looking into anything first? He must be even stupider than I thought.
But David, he said your dad's money would be yours.
He never asked me about that, and who would think that anyway? You two are both stupid for creating this whole plan of yours without verifying any of the important information. So like I said, I'll be suing David for compensation money. Not only was he cheating on me, but I hear the one he was cheating on me with is pregnant. I wonder if he started cheating on me when my dad died, or if it's been going on for a while and this new son is really his. I'll have to get talking to a private detective to see how long this has been going on for. Because, the longer he's been doing it, the more money I can get from him.
Wait, hold on. Daisy, let's just calm down, okay?
I think the only one not calm here is you, huh? I can't believe David wanted to use my dad dying as a way to get money from me. Just know that no matter what it takes, I'm gonna be getting my compensation money from your son.
Wait, let's just reconsider this whole divorce thing, shall we? This was David's idea, not mine. I've always been against it. I never wanted him to divorce you. When I heard he had done this and his mistress was pregnant, I cried so hard. It was only after I got so tired of crying that we came up with this idea. Let me try talking to David again. I think I can convince him to break up with his new girlfriend.
No, I really don't care about Leonard anymore. I'm just fine going ahead with this divorce. Just wait to meet me on the court. I got my lawyer to help me sue David for compensation money. When I tried to use David's mistress for compensation money as well, it became clear that David had never told her that he was married. When she found out, she wasn't too happy. But none of that is my problem. After I got my share of the assets and my compensation money from David, I made sure to block both his and his mother's number right away. I told Amanda that if she ever wants to see her dad again, she's welcome to do so. However, if David wants to talk to me, he'll have to do it through my lawyer. Actually, just the other day, my lawyer gave letter from David in the letter. He told me that since I had sued his girlfriend for compensation money, as well, they weren't able to make payments on his loan for the condo. It also seems that Leonard's mother, Marie, was kicked out of the condo because his girlfriend didn't like her. How pathetic you are.
Hey Laura, where are you? I'm hungry. I came home from work, so I need to eat dinner right now. Come home to cook for me.
Oh, hey, Robin. I didn't expect that you text me at this time. You are at home? Why can you there? I thought that you are working now.
What? Are you stupid? There's no way I would have to work overtime today. You are my wife, but you don't even know my schedule. I won't talk with you anymore. Come home and cook dinner for me. Right now. Where are you now? I told you that today is a very important day. Did you remember?
Wait. What? Today is an important day? What will you have today?
Come home now and I will tell you about that.
But today is weekday. I think it's normal for me to assume that you'd be at work today. Is there something important today? I can't remember. I have to do too much tasks that I can't think of anything.
What? Why can you say those words to me? You really are blunt, aren't you? I hate stupid people like you. I told you that my mom is moving in with us today. There's no way I'm going to be working on a special day like this. I decided to take the entire day off today. I used some of my paid holidays so that I could get today off.
What did you say? Mom? Your mom or my mom? I don't know anything about it. You're not serious, are you?
Of course I'm serious. Didn't I tell you about this a little while ago? I also told you that all of her belongings would arrive at around lunch today.
I don't know anything about this. I'm pretty sure we never had a conversation like this at all.
We definitely have this conversation. I clearly remember talking to you about it. I even asked you if you could help out with unpacking all of her belongings.
Wait, hold on a minute. I don't remember anything about this at all. I never agreed to do this either.
Oh my God, I can't believe that you weren't listening to me. I definitely told you about this. It's either you weren't listening or you forgot about it. Either way. It's your fault and not my fault.
Tell me when you talked to me about this? Where were we when we had this conversation? I've never heard about your mom moving in with us before. Isn't this something that we should discuss together before we make a decision about it? It's not the kind of thing that you can just decide by yourself. We're a married couple. We should be making decisions like this together.
There's no need for me to discuss this with you at all. This has been decided over 6 months ago.
What?
You're just a housewife. I am the breadwinner, so you don't have the right for deciding anything. My mom is going to be moving in with us regardless of your opinion.
I really don't like it when you make important decisions like this without me. This isn't the first time something like this has happened.
I really need you to be quiet and start coming home right now. There's not much time left till all my mom's belongings arrive here. You'd better get home on time to help me unpack all the boxes. You're my wife. You should be helping me out with these kinds of things. I can't believe that you would leave the house on such an important day. It's so irresponsible of you to do that.
I wasn't being irresponsible at all. I had no idea that she was even going to move in with us today. I also told you that I was going home to my parents' house, Toda. I told you this a long time ago. You should have known about it already. I'm going to be able to come home to help you out.
You better come back right this moment. I never heard about you going to visit your parents. Stop making up lies like that. Oh my God, I definitely told you about this. I can't believe that you forgot to tell me about this. You made the same mistake again.
I knew that it was you that was forgetful. What are you talking about? I definitely had this conversation with you. I'm just lost for words. I can't even be bothered to argue with you anymore. I'm starting to get tired of you. I'm tired of having these pointless arguments with you. Well, you need to stop being so forgetful. Then we never would be arguing about any of this if it weren't for you.
This is all your fault. You always do this. You always blame it on me. You're always the one in the wrong, but you try to blame it on me every single time.
You always say that I was the one that forgot about it.
What I want to be talking with you about right now, I was telling you to come home and help me out. This is what you always do as soon as you start losing the conversation.
You switch subjects. I'm really getting tired of this. I don't think I deserve this treatment.
Just shut up! Would you? You're my wife, you need to listen to all orders. I don't care when you got there. I want you to start heading back here right now.
I would stay over at my parents' house tonight. My mom isn't feeling too well. I'm going to be taking care of her. I let you know about all this in advance.
You're just unbelievable.
I guess I'm going to have to record our conversation every time I say something important to you. Then you wouldn't be able to make up excuses like this. I'm tired of you not admitting to your mistakes. You better not be mocking me. I am not going to forgive you for this. I've had enough of talking to you. Don't even bother coming back home today.
I'm so mad at you. Stay at your parents' house until you're ready to apologize to me.
Why should I apologize to you? I didn't do anything wrong at all.
You should be the one apologizing to me. Don't bother coming back home for a while. Actually, I don't even want to see your face for a while.
Hello, Robin. Is Laura not going to be coming home tonight? I was looking forward to seeing her.
I'm really sorry, Mom. I forgot to tell you about it. Laura isn't going to be coming home today.
I see that's a little unfortunate. I had heard all the stories about her from you.
I know, right? She's a terrible person to have as a wife. We just had one tiny argument and this is what happens. I really don't know what to do about her.
What were you guys even arguing about? Tell her that I was going to be moving in. I'm guessing she decided to go to her parents' house because she didn't want me moving in. I know that you guys haven't been getting along that well. I still expect you to have a discussion with her about me moving in. She should get a say in this too. You're an adult, now you can't just decide everything by yourself. That's way too selfish of you.
Actually, I didn't do anything wrong. She always gets angry and just storms off like this.
So that means that Laura never agreed with you about me moving in. I never would have moved in if Laura wasn't in agreement. I thought that you and Laura had already discussed all this and agreed on me moving in. You told me that she had agreed to it. Was that all a lie? I only agreed to move in for 3 days. Why are we in a situation like this?
I'm really sorry, Mom. I didn't think it would end up like this either. I still think that you need to listen to my side of the story too.
I'm sorry, but I'm not going to be taking thighs in this. You need to go and talk to Laura about this face to face. If you did something wrong, you need to apologize to her. I want you guys to solve this disagreement. Without my help, I think it's impossible for me to solve this by myself. I want you to talk to her instead of me.
I'm really mad at her as well. She doesn't even do most of the housework. I end up having to do most of the housework by myself. I struggled doing the housework at the beginning, but I'm a quick learner. I've become really good at doing all the housework. Recently, the house is organized and cleaned because of me. It has nothing to do with Laura at all.
I'm still not sure if I really believe that one of the reasons. I decided to move in for a few days. You guys really don't seem to get along. So I thought it would be a good idea to come and take a look. You need to go and make things right with her. And ask her to come home.
Okay, fine. I'll try to do that. I can't wait to eat the food that you make.
I'll start to prepare some dinner, then please let Laura know that I'm going to be borrowing her kitchen.
Why would I do that? There is no need to get permission from her for something like that. You can just use the kitchen.
It is not okay for me to use the kitchen without her permission. Most people aren't going to like having their kitchen used without permission. I don't want to be rude to Laura at all. You need to ask her for permission right now if you want me to make you dinner.
Okay, fine, there's no need for you to be so angry about it. I'm sure she won't mind you using the kitchen at all. I think it's been long enough now. You've had plenty of time to think about how wrong you were. Would you please just come back and apologize to me? I'm ready to forgive you. More importantly, my mom is getting worried about you. She won't stop asking me about you. Just hurry up and come back home.
What are you doing? Pick up the phone, Robin. I think I'm going to head back home soon. I've spent enough time with you for now.
Wait, Mom, you can't go back yet. Laura's still angry with me. She won't even reply to my text messages. I have no idea how to fix this at all. Could you please help me out?
Do I really have to help you with this? You're not a child anymore. I really hope that you could solve this by yourself.
Do you want me to talk to Laura?
Then I guess I can warn her about her bad attitude and lifestyle as well. You're the one that always tells me about how badly you get treated by her. You say that she doesn't do any of the housework and forces you to do it, Al. You also told me that she ignores you. She might try to change her attitude when she realizes how she's making you feel. I think this is the only choice you have. I think I'm just going to have to tell her your feelings and opinions about her. Then you guys can take some time to think about each other.
Actually, it's all fine, Mom. There's no need for you to go that far. I think I could figure out how to fix this myself. To be completely honest, I think it would be best if you could just move in with us permanently. That would make me feel at ease. I wouldn't have anything to worry about if you do that.
What are you talking about? Why should I have to move in with you? Permanently, there's no way I would want to do that. I already have my own house to live in. I thought we had this discussion already. That's not going to be possible. Me and your dad already told you that you needed to become more independent. You can't keep on relying on us forever. You are not allowed to move back into our house. I was only making a suggestion. Why do you even want to live with us again? I thought that you had managed to become independent. That's what it sounded like by what you were telling me.
I really want to be more independent too. It's just that I really have no idea what to do when Mina gets angry like this. I really had no choice but to ask you for help. I hope that you can understand why I decided to ask you for help. I really don't want you to go home yet. Could you please stay here for one more night at least? Okay, fine. I promise I'll try to fix everything as soon as possible. I'm starting to get really angry now. You're making my mom get really worried. When the hell do you plan on coming back home? I am not going to wait around much longer. You're meant to be my housewife. I am not going to forgive you for this. You do not have the right to ignore me like this. I'm going to force you to do all the housework as soon as you get back home.
I couldn't just stay quiet while you kept on insulting me. I'm your precious wife. You need to respect me more. I'm not messing around at all. I am completely serious about everything that I said. You looking down on me ever since the day we got married. I've had to endure being treated like this for such a long time. I'm reliable and I am always correct. I was telling you to apologize this time because you made a mistake and you were being disrespectful. I'm actually with your mom right now. She's sitting next to me in the living room reading all the text messages you've been sending me. I can't believe that this is really happening. There's really no need for my mom to apologize to you. So you could live with your mom again. I needed you to seem like an evil wife so that I could gain some sympathy. I deserve better than you.
Wait, you can't just leave me like that.
I'm going to send you the divorce papers. Make sure you fill in your section. Why did you finally realize? I guess I'm not that important to you at all. You haven't even apologized to me a single time. Why? I want another chance with you.
Did you really think I would forgive you?
I'll be sure to use this experience so that I don't make the same mistakes in the future. I'm hiring a lawyer and taking it to court. This divorce is going to happen. Whether you like it or not, don't bother making things difficult for the both of us. I'll sign the divorce papers once I get them. Could we at least stay friends even after we get divorced? I'm getting a divorce from you because I don't want to see or talk to you anymore. I'm going to block your contact details.
Robin finally started to realize that what he had done was not normal at all.
Don't feel sorry for him at all, though he is an absolute idiot and deserves all this happening to him.
If you don't want to, you don't have to. You're not required to introduce yourself to him if you don't want to. It is up to us to make the decision, not him.
Sorry, but this is something I'll have to do. If we're going to marry, I should meet your parents first. I know your father is a strict man, but this is something I must do if I am to marry you.
He's more than that. He's a difficult person to converse with.
I believe I will be okay. He hasn't learned anything about me yet, correct?
I've only informed him I'm dating. I've never told him in depth about your personality. He's been very irritating recently. He continues questioning me about you. I informed him that you have to drop out of high school in order to begin working. He became enraged the moment I stated it.
Why should he be enraged?
I told you he was difficult to talk to.
Does he object to the fact that I did not complete high school?
Yes, almost. He's the type of person that values grades and accomplishments. As the CEO of a corporation, he places a high importance on such things.
I understand why. He is the CEO of XY company. They are a massive company. I can understand why he would be upset if someone like me asked to marry his daughter. Still, I'd prefer to obtain his approval before we marry. I don't think getting married without first speaking with him is a good idea. I'm not sure if he'll like me, but this is something I need to do.
You are not required to. Let's just flee to a distant city and marry there. I left my parents' home because I couldn't bear him. I want to get rid of my father as soon as possible. I'll do it when we marry.
If he doesn't give me permission to marry you, we may discuss it all. I believe it is worthwhile to give it a shot before giving up entirely. Who knows, he might truly like me.
I seriously doubt it. Why must you adhere to all of the guidelines in this manner? We don't need his approval to marry.
You know who I am, don't you? You are aware that I prefer to respect societal rules wherever possible.
Yes, I am aware of the type of person you are. I just don't see the sense in attempting to persuade him. If you truly need to do this, I'll talk to him and arrange for you to meet. However, I believe that this will end horribly. Remember that I warned you.
Don't be concerned, I'll be all right. I'll go talk to him alone. Can you please stay at home?
I'm quite concerned about you. Remember that he might be quite forceful with his statements. If you're not used to it, it can be quite frightening.
Okay, I appreciate the suggestion. I'll remember it.
Hey, you filthy scumbag. I hope you never come back to my place again. You're a scavenger. I don't want filth like you around me. Get out of my house now.
This is even worse than I expected. You're the most aggressive person I've ever encountered.
You're nothing more than garbage. I don't even want to talk to you. I know you're nothing more than a digger. I can tell by your expressions. Your expression is begging me for money. You just want to marry my daughter for this reason. After speaking with you, I am ill to my stomach.
Sir, you must calm down. There's no reason for you to be so enraged. I am completely uninterested in your money. I truly love her with all of my heart, and that is the only reason I want to marry her.
Nancy has completely let me down. I can't believe she'd be with you, a high school dropout. You are at the bottom of our social ladder. What the hell happened to her? I'm sure you kidnapped her. Please hurry up and return her to us.
I did not kidnap her. She came to live with me because she wanted to. I opted to come here by myself today since I didn't want her to be concerned about me. I wanted to chat to you one-on-one.
What made you think I want to chat to someone like you? I can barely breathe because your breath stinks so bad. I really wanted you to stop talking and shut your mouth because the whole house was stinking. What exactly do you eat on a daily basis? Do you drink sewage?
The insults keep coming. I'll take notes so that I can use them later.
Stop attempting to be wise. You haven't even finished high school. I've worked hard my entire life and accomplished a lot. I've always given my all, and I graduated from a prominent university. Since then, I've worked at premier firms and am now the CEO of XY company.
Yes, I am aware of all of that. Your company is well known, and I had heard of it previously.
I believe in justice and want to protect my family from crooks like you.
I'm not a criminal at all. I'm not sure what you're saying.
You're not a criminal yet, but you will be soon. Your facial expressions indicate that you want to commit a crime soon.
I'm interested what kind of expression I was making when I was speaking to you.
I'm sure you've never studied properly before. You've dropped out of high school. Even your parents are probably criminals. They let you skip high school. A good parent would never allow their child to do such a thing.
Please don't make such disparaging remarks about my parents. My mother had to raise me on her own while battling an illness. I dropped out of high school to work and earn money to cover our medical bills and our living expenses.
Your entire family appears to be impoverished. Your parents should have saved more money.
Are you serious?
It's pointless attempting to make me feel sorry for you. I'm still not going to hand over my lovely kid to you. I don't want her to get married to a slacker like you.
You just called me a slacker? I had to work extremely hard to get where I am now. I don't consider myself a loser in the least. Also, please don't ever insult my parents again. I am really grateful to my mother, and if given the option, I would never want anybody else to raise me.
That's not a good enough excuse for me to let you marry my daughter. Stop telling me these meaningless stories and go do something good for society.
Trying to have a normal conversation with you seems fruitless.
You're nothing more than a parasite who simply wants her for my money. I will never give my daughter to a high school dropout like yourself. I need you to leave right away.
Okay, I'll do as you request. Goodbye.
That's correct, you jerk.
What is the matter with your father? He's totally mad.
That is why I have repeatedly advised you not to bother visiting him. I tried everything I could to stop you, but you wouldn't listen to me.
I had no idea he was such a bad person. I've never met somebody as horrible as him. Is he actually the CEO of a business? How can someone like him demand any respect?
Who knows? I suppose that after earning so much influence at his job, he's grown even more arrogant and condescending. What happened in the end?
We couldn't even hold a normal conversation. I chose to leave since he continued to insult me. Let's simply run away. We should have just done it in the first place, as you suggested.
We should have done that from the beginning. It's all right to break the rules every now and again. We're not breaking any laws. But it's a shame. I was hoping that by some miracle, you two would get along. He'll be shocked to learn who you truly are.
When I went to see him, I expected him to recognize me.
Maybe it's because he's getting old. Did you also wear a mask? That's why he most likely didn't recognize you. That doesn't matter any longer. I'm severing all relations with him. We will never have to see or speak with him again.
I believe it is for the best. I'm genuinely impressed that you've grown into such a nice person despite having him as your father.
That's most likely due to my mother. She was an amazing lady. It's very bad she died so young.
I am quite grateful to your mom.
I'm the same way. I really miss her.
Hello. It's me. Nancy's dad.
What is the problem? Do you want to ask me something?
Just this morning, I received a letter from her. It has been reported that she has severed all relations with me and that your name is Elias.
I see. I had no idea she had sent you a letter. She is incredibly thoughtful. I'm sorry to say this, but regardless of what you say to me, I'm going to marry her.
That isn't important right now. Are you saying you're Elias?
I am. I'm the one in your XY company television commercials. I work as an actor.
That's something I had no idea about. That's amazing. Why didn't you tell me about this at our last meeting?
Before we could have a regular chat, I was instructed to leave. You simply spit insult after insult. You probably didn't hear a word I said anyhow.
I apologize for how I treated you. I was having a bad day.
Okay. Why did you decide to get in touch with me? I'm not sure I want to talk to you. If you don't have anything to say, I'll put down my phone.
Please accept my apologies. I had no idea who you were. I regret my attitude that day. Maybe I was too hard on you.
Even if you apologize to me, I will not forgive you. You're too aggressive and never gave me a chance. That is something I will never forget. Even my fiercest adversary would never utter the things you said to me.
I really apologize for what I said to you. I understand why you wouldn't want to forgive me. I would never have treated you that way if I had known who you were.
Now I might be successful. It doesn't change the reality that I was born into a poor household and failed to graduate from high school. Everything you said to me hit me just where it ate, bringing up unpleasant memories. It's not something I can easily forget.
Oh, I didn't mean any of that.
Also, you would never have apologized if I wasn't Elias, would you? You're only regretful now that you know who I am. There is no way I can forgive someone like you. Your apologies seem hollow to me. Do you truly understand what went wrong?
Of course, I understand what I did incorrectly. Because I didn't know who you were, I got a little carried away.
You have no idea. You should never be that aggressive with anyone. It makes no difference if you are conversing with a great actor or a high school dropout. You need to show greater respect to everyone.
That could be correct.
I understand why you are apologizing to me. If this becomes public, it will be disastrous for both you and the company. A company's CEO should not be calling the poster child a piece of trash. I'm sure you unjustly accused me of being a criminal as well. I'm curious what would happen if the entire world found out about this.
Are you currently threatening me?
No, I would never do something like that. I have no plans to tell the world what you said to me. It's simply that Nancy seemed determined to tell everyone everything. I tried to stop her, but I'm not sure if it was successful. If I were you, I'd try to talk to her about it.
What exactly are you saying? Is she attempting to ruin my life?
She appears to have a strong dislike for you. Who knows what she'll try now that she's cut ties with you.
That can't be right. I need to speak with her straight away. Hello, Nancy. Elias informed me of what was going on. I heard you're going to reveal my secrets to the world. Are you attempting to ruin my life?
Yes, it is correct. Being reared by you has caused me so much sorrow. I also noticed the text message you sent him. I was utterly disgusted. How could you speak to others in that manner? I've already given the media the screenshots and other information. This is simply a little retaliation on my part.
What happened? You're kidding, right?
I'm not making this up. I'll never be able to forgive you for what you did to us. I was going to simply cut connections with you, but that would be tedious.
What are you thinking? Many people will be harmed as a result of this. Your dumb action will reduce the value of my company's stock. All of my employees, as well as the owners of my firm shares, are going to suffer greatly.
I'm sorry, but I'm not interested. I'm confident they'll be all right in the end.
Please wait a moment. Please reconsider. I need you to act on this.
There is nothing I can do about it right now. The news is currently spread over the internet. By tomorrow, it'll be all over the place.
My office phone is constantly ringing. What you've done to me is unbelievable. Aren't you my child?
Yes, I am your daughter. I had to be the one to do it. Nobody else would be brave enough to oppose you. You'll have to quit from your position. That is the only way to prevent things from worsening. You must resign and give up right now.
I'm not going anywhere. That business cannot survive without me. Everyone on the team respects and looks up to me. What will they do without me?
What's that? Do you truly believe they admire and appreciate you? Are you kidding me? All of your staff are overjoyed to learn what you did.
What happened?
Nobody at work respects you. They were just afraid of you and your authority. When they didn't listen to you, you insulted and threatened them all. I also heard some negative tales about you from the company's young female employees.
That is due to
I've been speaking with some of your employees, and I've heard some terrifying stories about you. I'm also going to send these stories to the media. That's all I've got for you. This time, I'm going to cut connections with you for good. Goodbye.
Please don't leave yet. I'm sincerely sorry for all I did. Please don't desert me. Aren't we all family? If you abandon me, I'll be left with no one.
I do not wish to be a member of your family. You are a horrible person.
I swear I'll change. From now on, I intend to treat others with respect. I beg you to return and live with me.
I'm sorry, but that will never happen. I despise you as a person and also for another reason. You're a scumbag. He had to resign from his company after his daughter severed all contact with him. He had no choice because major news channels had begun to broadcast his actions around the world. Voice recordings and anecdotes about how he handled his staff were also leaked, making problems worse. He quickly became one of society's most despised figures. It appeared that he would never be able to find work again. He was also sued by a number of former employees for a variety of reasons, including harassment and sexual abuse. He ended up having to pay millions of dollars in damages for his actions. He is currently living completely alone in his enormous house. He rarely ventures outside his residence since he is constantly followed by people who tell him he stinks. It appears that posting his reaction online has become a game. I'm delighted we decided to marry even without his consent.
Donatella, have you yet sent the money?
Why? Hello to you as well, Kara. What are we talking about when we talk about money? I'm not sure what you mean by amount.
Donatella, don't make me beg for it again. You're well aware of what I'm referring to. I promised you'd get $20,000 for marrying my son.
Sorry, Kara, but I honestly believed it was a joke. Please don't tell me you meant for me to pay you money so that I might marry your son.
A prank? Donatella, I don't make jokes. I forewarned you. You're in big danger if you don't have any money.
But do you really expect me to pay you to marry your son?
Do you enjoy repeating yourself like a foolish old parrot? What portion of that did you not understand?
But you understand what you're asking for is utterly unrealistic, right? Who begs their son's fiancé for money like that? Kara, I'm very convinced you're performing some kind of scam.
Are you saying that you can't? Or that you're not going to pay the money to me, Donatella?
But it isn't the point. Kara, you've crossed the line. Please refrain from requesting money from me.
This is how we do things in this family, whether you like it or not. You want our stuff, therefore you pay for it. Isn't that how life works? You better pay up or my kid will be nothing more than a buddy to you. You will be lucky if he's even that.
This is insane.
It's a straightforward trade-off. Consider it a commercial transaction. Or are you simply too poor? Is that why you're unable to pay, Donatella?
No, I'm not short on cash, thank you very much. Is this a commercial transaction? For me, marrying your son is a commercial transaction. Is that how you refer to it?
His father and I spent thousands of dollars on his upbringing. How much do you suppose we spend on his schooling, food, and other necessities? And you think we'll give him to you for free? Nurturing him was like making a financial investment. What type of spending would it be if the profits were not there?
Wow. This has simply astounded me. Is that your true opinion of your own son? Have you told Rowan about this? Kara, this is shocking.
Donatella, it's all a question of perception. My son means everything to me. To me, he is pure gold. He is the most sought-after stock on the market. Consider it an asset. I cannot simply give away my most valuable thing for free, can I? In addition, if you marry him, I'll be your mother-in-law. Is it an excellent move to start out on a poor note with me now? So why not simply agree to me and give the money and everything will be okay, don't you think? Take this as a directive from me to you. This is the first of many.
A command? What about you? No way, no how. This is completely ridiculous.
Do you really want to marry Rowan? Do you realize this is how you win the game? I'm his mother, and I get to select the terms of his adoption. I'll settle if you pay the blasted $20,000.
No, that's a ridiculous demand, and I'm not going to agree to it. Not for you, and certainly not for Rowan.
Really, now? Certainly not for Rowan? I thought you were in love with him. Every day, he gives his life in order to care for you. And he will continue to support you as your future spouse. And you're not even going to pay his mother anything to assist her out? Is that what you mean by fair, Donatella?
Excuse me, but I also have a job. I have a solid work that pays enough for both of us to get by. So I'm not depending on his money in any way. He is aware of that as well.
So, you should remain working so that you can support both your spouse and your mother-in-law.
No, you're now spouting gibberish. This does not make sense. Is Rowan even aware of this? Is he aware that you're asking for $20,000? What does he have to say about it all?
As I previously stated, he claims to work tirelessly for you day and night. Donatella, it's all for you. So, don't you believe he deserves better treatment for his mother than this?
Please excuse me. Did he actually say that?
That's exactly what he told me.
Then I believe there has been a major oversight here. Because the previous time I spoke with him, it was myself who was paying the rent and the house's energy expenses. Even his phone expenses are paid for by me.
Oh no. No. You don't understand, do you? Lies, you see, don't work with me. I'm able to see straight through them.
Then go ahead and call Rowan yourself.
There's no need for it. I know my son does not deceive his mother. He's always been a decent guy, and I don't like spending my time here anymore, Donatella. I need your opinion. Tell me when you intend to transfer the funds to my account.
No, Kara, I'm serious.
Do you want me to contact your parents? I assume they understand how threats operate better than you do.
Threats? You seriously believe you can threaten someone, let alone my parents? Also, can you put some money in your pocket? If I were you, I'd quit right there. Because this appears to be a really bad situation.
We wouldn't be here right now if you simply shut your mouth and behaved like the good little girl you are. Why don't you be a good lady and pay your debt?
No, I believe you are the one who has to find your values and show some decency and honesty here. Consider what you're asking as my mother-in-law.
I'm not yet her mother-in-law. Not until you pay your debt. So I'm not going to let you call me that.
Then I guess I'll never call you that again, Kara. I will not address you as my mother-in-law. I'm not going to pay you to marry your son. That's all I have to say about it.
You have no right to disrespect me like that. Do you want me to contact my attorney?
Is that what you're looking for? I'm struggling to keep up with you. In fact, I no longer want to be a part of this. I'll have to chat with Rowan about it. I'm confident he understands.
Let me strike a deal with you before you go. I'll give you 2 months to pay the 20,000. You will no longer see my son Rowan if I do not receive that money in the following 2 months. Have I made this point particularly clear?
It took 2 months for me to pay up or stop my relationship with him. Wow. Wow. Just wow. Do you even recognize what you're saying anymore?
Donatella, take it or left it. You have an option.
I need to speak with Rowan.
That's not necessary. That's all right with him, he says.
Please excuse me?
I told you he was a good guy. He pays more attention to his mother than you may imagine, and he believes with me on this. He is constantly on my side.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So I understand. I'll think about it some more and get right back to you.
Donatella, I eagerly await your final choice. Please don't let me down. Donatella, for how long are you willing to keep doing this? When are you going to give the money to me?
Kara? Hi, how are things going?
Exactly what is it?
What exactly do you mean?
You have no idea what I'm referring to. It's been longer than 2 months. I've been awaiting your money for a long time. What the hell happened to it? I've emailed you my bank information as well as all of the other information. You only need to mail it. Or would you want to come to my house and hand me money? I'm not scared of it. So get started and don't make me wait.
Sure, you supplied me your banking information. I'm not sure why, given that I've told you 1,000 times that I am not going to pay you a single money. I disagree that you should have maintained your expectations up, Kara, since I believe you did so in vain.
What? You're so bold. This is something we discussed. Or are you willing to end your relationship with my Rowan? Does he realize how much he matters to you? You obviously don't value anything. So, let's hear it.
Kara, could you kindly calm down a little?
I've finally had enough of you. I no longer have the time or tolerance for this. I'm going to give you a little more time.
Extension?
That's correct. Today till the final moments of the day. You have till then to pay me or the contract will be cancelled. Do you hear what I'm saying?
I'm sorry to break it to you, but I've already dated someone else.
What? What exactly did you just say to me?
Oh, I neglected to mention that I ended my relationship with your son Rowan. Not long after that, I met an incredible man. I'm going to marry him right next month. He is going to be my spouse. Do you want to see the ring I'm wearing? If you want to see it, I will email you a photo. I love it since it features a big diamond, which is extremely gorgeous.
What? When did that occur? Are you saying you split up with Rowan?
Isn't that exactly what I texted you? You now sound like a parrot repeating itself. Do you recall saying that to me before?
Oh, I was just agreeing with you because this is crazy. What are you on about? Why am I hearing this at this time? Rowan has not even informed me.
That is correct. We ended our relationship because of you.
As a result of me?
Yes, I couldn't bear the thought of having you as my mother-in-law. I couldn't imagine having to cope with you and your insane ways for the rest of my life. That would be like tossing me into a hellhole. To be truthful, Rowan was a little bit of a mama's boy as well. That also turned me off. I also learned more about him, and I came to the conclusion that not one of it was worthwhile in the end. He had changed, and he was no longer the same person I knew shortly after we first met. So I ended it with him. Soon after that, I met a lovely man whom I am now pleased to name my future husband.
This is not going to happen. So, what happened to Rowan?
I assumed you'd already talked to him about it. If you didn't already know, they had moved out of the flat where we were residing. We agreed that because he didn't pay the rent, he should be the one to move out, so he did. He used to come by every other day hoping to get me to accept him back. I was on the verge of reporting him and obtaining an arrest warrant against him.
Do you want to report him? What for?
For stalking and insulting me? You know, I haven't told you, but he's done a lot to me since we split up. And, for that matter, while we were together. Stealing into my social media accounts, taking money from my wallet, following me around in public, and much more. But I won't bore you with the facts. None of this alters the fact that your foolish boy has cost me so many sleepless nights. So, if it came to that, I was ready to pursue an order of protection to stop it. But when I told him about it, he backed down.
What the hell happened? You're telling the truth.
Why would I cheat on everything? Isn't there anything in it for me? Nevertheless, I'm sure he'll ultimately contact you and beg you to get back in with him. He's reportedly sleeping at a nearby hotel for the time being. I believe he still believes we can reconcile. But, as I've told you and him, I'm now married to someone else. So I'm sure he'll abandon that plan shortly.
So he hasn't been paying the rent the whole time?
LOL. Is it your primary concern? So, you must adore the money you have, don't you? Yes, I've been spending rent all along. In fact, I've always had to pay for it. He just made a payment for the start of the month.
What? That was new to me.
He enjoys living his life as if it were a game of chance. Exactly like you.
What exactly do you mean?
Isn't it true that you were bugging me to pay you the money since you had certain bills to pay off from your gambling addiction?
What? How did you find out about that? Who informed you about this? So forget about it.
I was aware of your addiction for some time. I really wasn't expecting you to go around phoning my parents and threatening and blackmailing them. By the way, my folks thoroughly appreciated it.
What did you enjoy?
You are blackmailing me. Of course, I was being sarcastic. It was a major awakening for me as a result of it.
What do you imply by a wake-up call?
I paid for anything Rowan desired and needed when Rowan and I were together. I took care of him.
Did you make provisions for him? He assured me that he had supplied it for you. You've lied yet again.
No, I'm afraid I can't. He had been working full-time at his sales job when we first met. Everything was wonderful back then. But then, out of nowhere, he approached me and said that he wished to pursue his goal.
His goal?
Yes, I'm thinking about becoming an artist.
Is this some kind of joke?
Nope, everything is true. So he quit his sales job and began learning to sketch.
What about drawing on the school?
Yes, he had been studying for a while, and he was a natural painter.
Rowan is not an artist, he is only an office manager. This is insane. I don't comprehend.
I, for one, didn't grasp it. I still don't know. I'm no expert, but I'm not moved by his performance or anything. I also have no idea why he suddenly changed his mind about his career. But isn't that what it is? That's exactly what happened at the time.
So my son is currently unemployed?
Is that what you're saying? That's something that I'm not sure of. He was only working temporarily the last time I spoke with him. However, recognizing that I was out there paying everything he needed while he was following his ambitions didn't change the reality that I was the one with a full-time employment. Then I grew so sick of it that he refused to listen to me. He only wanted to make a living as an artist since that was his life.
I'm not sure what I'm hearing.
Don't be concerned, his part-time employment isn't that horrible. He's going to conduct some road maintenance overnight or something.
But he used to have a good job with a steady salary. He was doing so well at his job. He had a good financial situation. What in the world happened to him?
Yeah, I'm not sure what occurred there either.
What happened to him? Do you have any idea where he is?
I have no idea, but I moved out of that house. He was turning into a stalker. So I spoke with my lawyer, and he just told me to go somewhere he wouldn't be able to find me, which is precisely what I did.
A snitch. And no, please don't do it.
Don't you realize? You have destroyed everything just because of the desire for money ambition that you pushed him into the gambling path. It's all just your wish.
Me? Why?
He always has to listen to your complaints. All jobs, acquaintances, and relationships have to talk to you. You always make him obey you and what you want. That's why I ended my relationship with him.
You can't say that.
It's true, Kara. I will talk to your husband because you have treated Rowan badly all this time.
No. You can't see my husband. He cannot know this. How dare you talk about this to my husband?
What about you? Did you send threatening letters to my mailbox and my parents?
Shut up. All you need to do is pay me, then Rowan will be yours. Things won't happen.
You are wasting my time.
Listen, you can't talk to my husband. This is an order.
I'm so sorry. I'll do what I feel is right. Bye-bye, Kara.
Then, Donatella contacted a lawyer to sue the evil ex-mother-in-law for blackmailing her family. Although she repeatedly contacted to talk to save the relationship and act before. But she completely failed because Donatella refused to meet. Of course, a month later she went to court for her own actions with a sentence of 4 years in prison for intimidation and blackmail. And the ex-boyfriend, after pursuing his passion as an artist, he is ready for a new journey, instead of obeying her mother's will as before. For months later, Donatella married her new husband and moved to another place.